Welcome to State University. I'm your RA, Doug. But you can call me the Dougler, just like my dad does.
Welcome to part 6 of my PlayStation 2 collection. Gonna talk about some of these, so here we go. First up, we have Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I have to say, this is probably my third favorite Tony Hawk game. It's up there. Think of Jackass meets Tony Hawk. That's basically what you get with this game. You got Bam Margera and Tony Hawk, you know. You get to join Team Bam or Team Hawk. And you get to do all sorts of crazy stuff. It's really good. It probably has, in my opinion, the most unlockable characters ever. Really good, and there's even online play. And from what I've heard, you can actually put your face on your character. I don't know how true that is, but I gotta try that one day if I ever get an iToy. Anyway, there's the disc. Don't have the manual, but whatever. Hey, there's my memory card. This is pretty beat up too. I got this for like GameStop, and like the covers are all taped and everything. Yeah, but still a great game. Wish they made Underground 3. The last good Tony Hawk game, Proving Ground. This is like the final nail in the coffin for Tony Hawk, if you really think about it. I like to pretend that anything after this and before Pro Skater 1 and 2, the PS4 game, of course, just don't exist. But this is a good game. I replayed it like not that long ago. Good time. Kind of feels lonely though, I have to say. You know, for a last game that Neversoft made, it just, I don't know, it just feels, I don't know, different, but it's alright. There's the manual and there's the disc. For what it is, you know, it's a good game. I recommend it. Next game we have here is Hulk for the PS2. This is based on the 03 movie, you know, with Eric Bana. Yeah. I love this game. It's basically a sequel to the movie, which, to be honest, I love the 03 movie. A lot of people hate it, but I always had a soft spot for it. And I have a soft spot for this game as well. I don't know why I sold this years ago. I should have kept it. But it's definitely a must play. There's the manual and there's the disc. I played it like maybe 7 months ago, and I still have fun with it. It's a great game. Play as the Hulk, you get to destroy stuff, and you get to throw people off buildings. I mean, that's pretty cool. I know people are going to take that out of context. I'm not a masochist, I promise, anyway. It's a great game. Check it out. Cars for the PS2. I beat this game not that long ago, and I have to say, getting 100% in this game is pretty underwhelming. You spend so much time beating the whole game that it's like you get nothing. But other than that, it's a pretty decent racing game. It's loosely based on the Cars movie, you know. It's got some clips, it's got some really fun mini games. It's good. I haven't played the sequel, Mater's, you know, the Mater Cars game on the PS2, but I heard that basically uses the same engine. But it's not bad. Here's the disc. If you want to know my opinion on the Cars movies, Cars 1 is good, Cars 2's boring, and Cars 3 is actually a good sequel. In fact, Cars 3 should have been Cars 2. That's what I think. Roller coaster, theme park roller coaster, made by EA. What this is the Sims Theme Park for the PS1, just remastered for the PlayStation 2. It's literally the exact same game, only with better graphics and just overall. I think there's some added content on this, but for the most part I'm pretty sure it's the same game. Pretty sure they came out like a year between each other. Like, I remember Cool Duder, the YouTuber, he did a video showing his video game collection, and he showed this, and he also showed Sims Theme Park, which I found it funny because they're basically the same thing. But yeah, it's a pretty good game. It's relatively easy. You make your own theme parks. Think of Thrillville before Thrillville. That's what this is. And without much of the attendees' interaction. But it's good. And there's the disc. Once again, it's one of those CD discs, so. But it's good. Ice Age 2: The Meltdown. This is the first Ice Age game that was released on a console. And me and my brother used to play this game all the time. Lot of fun. You get to play as Scrat for the most part, but on occasion there'll be a couple of like missions where you do like play as Sid and whatnot. They never saw it coming. Funny. Anyway, it's a good game. Kind of tricky to figure out sometimes, but it's relatively easy. I haven't played in years though. Yeah, there's the manual and there's the art right there, the disc art. I think the Ice Age game series or movie series kind of got a little overplayed. I think they made too many of them. But the second one was good. This game's good too. Samurai Warriors. I haven't really played this one too much. I do know that it was made by EA, and it's like a hack and slash. Other than that, I don't know too much. I used to have another copy which had like a printed cover, but I think I gave that away. But I will play this one day, and I will beat it. And I'll play the other ones as well, if they're good. But yeah, don't have much to say about that. Shinobi, based on the 80s video game series. I love this game. I beat it. It can be a little tough, but the trick is to power up your sword by killing enemies. The more enemies you kill in this game before you strike, the more powerful your sword will be. So you can kill the bosses. And there's basically a boss for essentially almost every mission or every area. Like, it has a lot of bosses. The final boss itself is very, very tough. But I dig it. I wish there was another Shinobi game on the PS2, but what can you do? There's the disc. It still has the Sega product registration thing in there, so that's kind of cool. I recommend it. It's definitely not a lot. It's a PS2 game that not a lot of people have heard of. I wish more people knew about it. I'd pick it up. Grand Theft Auto 3. Do I really need to say anything? This game's a classic. I think everyone knows Grand Theft Auto 3. If you don't, you must be living under a rock. I mean, this is one of the most classic Grand Theft Auto games ever, and it revolutionized, you know, Grand Theft Auto, and it spawned so many like clones. Some of them I mentioned before. But it really is a great game. It does deserve all the love it has. The last Grand Theft Auto game I really cared for was 5. I don't really care for any much other because I think it's been overplayed and I think it's kind of overrated now, but for its time it was great. And I even have the poster. Let me see if I can. Trying to do this one hand is a little tricky. Yeah, it has the Liberty City poster inside still after all these years, and a really cool fold out right there. Definitely a must-own. And there's the disc art. Speaking of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, another one of my favorites. I don't know if I'm the only person to have this or if someone switched it for another case, but this is the 2006 re-release because, you know, the original has a bug that I didn't want to buy because I heard it's like if you save at a specific point it's unplayable, but they fixed it for this. But anyway, I don't know if it's just my copy, but my case is pink. I've never seen a pink PlayStation 2 case ever. I don't know if they just switched it for this or whatever. If you could tell me in the comments, let me know, because I'm actually curious to know if anyone else has a copy like this pink case. Anyway, there's the disc, and there's the book. Gotta get this out again. I'll be doing that for all the Grand Theft Autos. Vice City Heights. There's the map. Yeah, there's the poster. Okay, enough of that. There we go. Back in the case you go. And my favorite Grand Theft Auto of all time, San Andreas. Not even going to say anything about it. Everyone knows it. Everyone's played it. Everyone and their great-grandmother has played it. I've never met a single soul who has never played San Andreas. And if you haven't, you are absolutely living under a rock. Hell, you're not even living under a rock. You're living underground if you haven't played this. CJ, come on over here. Yeah. I'll have two. Everyone knows that. I don't have to say anything. There's the disc. There is the manual. And there's the poster, which this is a huge poster. Okay. Yeah, there's the poster right there. So you can see it's ginormous, like a movie theater poster. And there's the map. If for some reason the map on your menu isn't big enough and you want to know more, there you go. I'm going to fold that later. Just play it if you haven't. Get a copy. Celebrity Deathmatch. There was a Celebrity Deathmatch video game, and it's okay. The humor really hasn't aged completely well, in my opinion, but you do get to play as a lot. You get to play as a lot of cool celebrities. I mean, you get to play as Marilyn Manson. You get to play as Carrot Top, Ron Mother Effing Jeremy, Anna Nicole Smith, Mr. T. Basically whoever was relevant in 2003. I know there's a PlayStation 1 port, but I heard that port's kind of it just lacks in what the PS2 version has. You could beat this game in like 4 hours. It's good though. Probably one of the shortest games I ever played though, I have to say. State of Emergency. This game pissed off a lot of people back in the day. My copy even still has the warning check ID sticker on there. See, at the time this game, it was also made by Rockstar. It made this during a time when like parents were like concerned about violence in video games. I mean, they kind of still are, but this is back when they really were. Like, I mean, it's about a group of gang, and you get to like cause havoc and cause riots. I mean, that's pretty freaking scary, you know. But it is a good game. If you want to just blow off some steam, I recommend play this. I never played State of Emergency 2, but I heard that one's not as good. There's the disc and the manual. Like, you know, people complain like, oh, you know, everything's so offensive now and people get so offended, and it's like, yeah, but people got offended then too, you know. You'd be surprised. But yeah, great game. I don't have the original case for this, I printed this, but this is Showdown Legends of Wrestling. Probably my favorite wrestling game of all time. You get to make your own characters, and you get to fight wrestlers from all different eras, 70s, 80s, 90s, up until 2004. And this was the last video game that Acclaim made before they completely shut down. This was their last game ever, and for a last game, I have to say, it's a great game. It really ended on a high note. Don't have the manual, but there's the disc. If I see a copy that's complete and has everything, I'll get that, but this is a really good game. I even made a character of my own. Can't say the character's name because I don't know. I always share it with friends, but anyway. Great game. Oh boy. Looking at this cover kind of makes me have a lot of different feelings. Stuntman. It's fun. It was made by the same people who made Driver. But man, you have to be precise when playing this game. And you'll be playing the same missions over and over and over until you get it right. Like, I swear, you're basically driving a movie set. You know, you gotta do stunts. But the director of all of them just expects way too much from you. It's like, even if you mess up like a couple of times, you're not gonna get it. There's like, cut, that's too slow, that's too slow, that's too slow. It pissed me off to no end. And by the time I completed the game, I was like, no, I'm not gonna play this game for a long time. But when you do complete a mission, it does feel satisfying. It's one of those ultimate rage games, though, I will warn you. I never played the sequel of Stuntman, but I don't know if I really want to, based on me having such a hard time with this. But it's okay. Will I ever do a gameplay of this? Well, if you want it to be trillion hours long, sure. Oh, Test Drive, I've never played that. We'll see, but man, one of the hardest games I ever played, by far. By far. And the last game I'm going to show for right now is XSquad. One of the very first PlayStation 2 games ever released. You know, a shooter that, you know, you basically, you know, play as this group and you do all sorts of things. It's kind of like Project Eden, but not quite. It was made by EA. It's okay. I haven't beaten it yet, but I will finish it one day. Wait. Oh, look, interesting. You get to see what other games PlayStation 2 had at the time, and one of them is SX. That's cool. And there's the disc. Once again, blue disc. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm glad I'm talking with these video games with you, and see you in the next video.